that air travel demand would surpass 2019 pre-COVID levels by year 2024. And that means that airport construction projects are back in full swing, with some that previously looked doubtful now preparing for takeoff. We will show the biggest projects around the world that are either underway or waiting in the departure lounge. Noida International Airport, India. Noida International Airport in Uttar Pradesh's Johor is set to be India's largest when it is finally complete. Switzerland's Zurich Airport International is in charge of building the project, worth an estimated $4 billion, with operations due to start in 2024. To begin with, it will open with a single runway and terminal building with a capacity of 12 million passengers a year. But later phases of the construction could see capacity extend to 70 million passengers a year. Indian construction firm Tata Projects is in charge of the delivery of the airport. Solidarity Transport Hub, Poland. Poland is planning to build what has been billed as the country's largest airport, and one of the largest in Europe in Brno County near Warsaw. The project involves building a passenger terminal, railway stations, and transport hub. It will initially be able to handle 40 million passengers a year. In September last year, the company developing the $8 billion hub between Warsaw and Lodz, CPK, aims for the project to be ready by 2027. Europe is acting as master planner for the project, while South Korea's Seoul Incheon Group is strategic advisor. Designs are expected to be ready later this year. Utapau Aviation City, Thailand. Thailand is to start construction of its $88 billion Utapau Aviation City this year. It involves turning the Vietnam War-era Utapau Airport into the third main international airport in the country. Utapau will link with a budget terminal, Don Mueang Airport, and the country's main Suvarnabhumi Airport. A public-private partnership will fund the project. The project, called Eastern Aviation City, will cover 140 hectares and is expected to create 15,600 jobs. In addition to the construction of a third passenger terminal, the project will also see the construction of a ground transportation center, logistics and cargo complex, a cargo village for a free trade zone, and a commercial center. Changi Airport Terminal 5, Singapore. That work on Terminal 5 of Changi Airport in Singapore was to resume as the COVID-19 pandemic started to subside. Designed in conjunction with KPF, the project aims to add capacity for about 50 million passengers a year. The terminal has been designed with the airport as a city concept in mind, with each area a series of neighborhoods with their own character. The project has required an injection of another $2 billion in investment and is estimated to cost around $10 billion in total. Construction is due to start in 2025, with the terminal operational by the mid-2030s. Sangley Point International Airport, Philippines. The construction of an $11 billion airport in Manila Bay in the Philippines is gradually moving forward. The project had looked in doubt after the government of the province of Cavite announced that a second tender to build the airport had failed. The consortium submitted a $5 billion performance bond, with work forecast to start in 2024. Construction of a first runway, which is expected to take 4 years, will provide the airport with an annual capacity of 25 million passengers, before a second runway lifts that to 75 million. Los Angeles International Airport, USA. Los Angeles World Airports is undertaking a $14 billion capital investment program at Los Angeles International Airport, which is now in its final phase. The modernization program is the largest public works program in the history of Los Angeles and started in 2009. Work in the final phase involves the modernization of Terminals 4 and 5, with another $1 billion in funding for this work approved last year. An automated people mover APM designed to take people between the terminals and 3 stops outside the airport is due for completion in 2024, and a consolidated off-site facility for all rental companies which will be the largest car rental facility in the world with room for around 18,000 vehicles, is also due for completion in 2024. Work to upgrade several other terminal buildings is also still ongoing. JFK Airport Expansion, New York. A project to upgrade and expand John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York started in 2019, with the modernization of Terminal 8 completed in 2022. But other elements are still under construction. Construction on Terminals 1, 4, and 6 will advance in the next year. In September 2022, the ground was broken for the $95 billion Terminal 1. Work includes building 23 new gates, retail and dining spaces, as well as an indoor green space. The current project is expected to be completed and open to passengers in 2026, with the entire project anticipated to be complete by 2030. Long Than International Airport, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Construction of Vietnam's $16 billion new airport in Ho Chi Minh City, billed as the most expensive infrastructure project in the country's history, saw work on the runway start in late 2022. The first phase of the project involves building a new terminal and a 4 km long runway. Completion is due for 2025, and the airport will be able to handle 25 million passengers a year. The first phase of the airport is expected to cost $1 billion. Heathrow Airport Expansion, UK. Heathrow Airport in the UK won a Supreme Court battle in 2020 to go ahead with a $17.4 billion expansion, including the construction of a third runway. The project ended up on ice following a collapse in passenger numbers amid the COVID-19 pandemic. This year, that it would make an announcement on its plans for the expansion later this year. Al Maktoum International Airport Expansion, Dubai. A huge $33 billion expansion at Al Maktoum International Airport would see it become one of the world's biggest. The project, also known as Dubai World Central, would involve increasing the airport's capacity to 130 million passengers per year by 2030. Work on the substructure of Concourse 1 and the West Terminal building was completed in a $27 billion package of work. After Dubai International Airport handled 66.1 million passengers in 2022.